Hi YouTubers, I want to share two most unusual bilocation experiences that I had just recently. On Friday evening, the 1st of April, between 7 to 8 o'clock p.m., I had a bilocation vision of being on the Southwest Airlines flight during the near disaster. Actually, I had two bilocation experiences that night, one right after the other. In the first spontaneous bilocation, I witnessed and experienced the Tunguska explosion in 1908. Not only did I sense this explosion, I felt it, so I know without doubt I was there. In the second vision, I suddenly discovered myself aboard the Southwest Airlines flight that had the ripped fuselage. Both visions occurred totally unexpectedly, one right after the other. The following is a more detailed description. I was lying on the couch in the evening and dipped into a hypnogogic trance when all of a sudden I felt like I was in a swiftly dropping craft hurtling towards the earth. I remember an incredibly loud roar followed by an explosion. I promptly woke up and told my wife that I just had a vision of being in the Tunguska, Russia explosion in 1908. I felt jittery and my body tingled from the jolt of the explosion. I remembered a really weird bronze-colored light and could sense trees that were on fire falling from mouths and could see a dense smoke. I sensed that I was aboard a craft that was blown into smithereens. Then there was a sickening silence. After I snapped out of my trance, I felt tired and drained, and shortly thereafter went upstairs to have a nap. As soon as I nodded off, I had another spontaneous vision. I was shocked to find myself inside the Southwest Airlines flight, sitting in a seat on the left side of the plane. I had the distinct sensation that there was something wrong with the flight. It felt like we were dropping rapidly, and that there was something weird about our sudden descent, like the fuselage was open, because I felt air rushing by, accompanied by a roaring sound. As I looked out the window, I could see that we were traveling very fast close to the ground. I also noticed that the plane was blue. I believe I perceived this event as if through the eyes of the person who occupied the seat next to the wing. I also noticed the edge of the wings pass close to treetop level. Suddenly I woke up. A few follow-up thoughts. As I mentioned, the first bilocation experience took place on the Tunguska River in Russia on the 30th of July 1908. While the connection between these two events remains somewhat of a mystery, I would like to suggest a plausible explanation. Perhaps the first dream recall of the Tunguska explosion precipitated the bilocation onto the Southwest Airlines flight because of the similarities in the psychic trauma generated in my memory. P.S. My personal impression of the first vision associated with the Tunguska event was that I was in an intra-dimensional time machine powered by antimatter, which may explain the magnitude of the Tunguska explosion. That's about the whole story. I wanted to share it with you. Namaste. Have a wonderful day.